up on a poster. Everybody knows that when we win it's cause we're supposed to. Fighting with the dark side, running but you can't hide. Talking all that got you tall, that's right. We can't get a win and we'll finish. You better be ready to throw down. Calling us nameless, I'm missing the papers and we find our way cause we know how. You get it twisted, we doing our business, the chanting our names and it's sold out. Better believe it, we can't be defeated, no way. We are the heroes, we're talking legends. Won't back down into the hands or to the heaven. Heroes, we're talking legends. Down into the hands or to the heavens. Can't stop us when we go in. Kings and queens are folding. The something in our hearts, feel the rush, yeah we're golden. Sending out a message, leave them in the wreckage. Unbreakable, powerful, forces not to mess with. We can't get a win and we'll finish. You better be ready to throw down. Calling the same as I'm missing the papers and we find our way cause we know how. And our business is changing our names and it's so loud. Better believe it, we can't be defeated, no way. We are the heroes, we're talking legends. Won't back down into the hands or to the heaven. Heroes, we're talking legends. Throw the hands into the heavens. We are the heroes, we're talking legends. Won't back down into the hands or to the heaven. Heroes, we're talking legends. Won't back down into the hands or to the heavens.
Hey y'all. Hey everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
It's Friday. Friday Night Lights. No, not lights. Just
Friday night funuckery.
right. Absolutely. Hey everybody. Y'all get on in here. Sit down. We got a long story with a few twists and turns and a big boom at the end.
And extra middle fingers, even though I only have one.
Yeah, some of those. Poor thing only has one. Hey, what is up? Happy Friday as y'all come in. Let me go to the thank you classless. 13 months, which I know that's way longer. And thank you for the love. Appreciate you.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm going to try to get through this without hacking and perking and all that stuff. For some reason, with this dosage of antibiotics, I'm losing my voice. So, I don't know what's up. It's annoying. But as long as it gets me better, we'll be all right.
Hello, Bayshore, Custard, and Toys, and everybody coming in.
Yes, hey, Simon.
And coming to you not from the closet tonight, just saying.
Right. You're
Fucking
not
hey.
in your closets.
I am not in my closet. I've graduated from the closet, just saying, but shoot.
So, let's wait a couple more minutes and we'll get started. That way we don't have to repeat too much. You know, I can't stand that. One thing is, I know most people realize by checking my channel that I've been having issues, you know, that I've been having to take antibiotics that are not nice. They're just not been nice to me. So I'd appreciate, like, I'm not gonna react as quickly as I normally would, maybe. You know, I've got other things going on. Everybody else does too. It takes a lot to get a big group of people together. If you've not ever had a group, a team, if you will, a mob squad, and you don't understand it. Everybody else has their family going on, their life, their jobs. This is a hobby. This is not making a living for anybody, okay? Not over here, it's not, okay?
And in the grand scheme, none of this bullshit actually matters. So
Right. That's true.
while some people want to comment and say, it took 2 weeks to put that together, or whatever the hell, 4 weeks for a bit, that wasn't even like my little video drop was just to prove a point. I'm just saying, because I haven't been on since then. I just want to just get that out there. But we
Yeah.
have lives and jobs and families and extracurriculars and school
Yes.
for kids and children. Heaven forbid we can't sit on here and just jump. The second y'all, everybody wants everybody to go live. Hell, it's taken Jenny freaking what? Almost a month to get me back on here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, honestly, I would say we've shown you who we are enough to deserve some patience. That's all. So, with that, let's start out. First of all, we've got two things to respond to and then some news, okay? So, the first thing to respond to is that for some reason, I don't know why, but Tobo decided out of the blue to share secrets with people that are fighting. I don't understand why she did it. It makes no sense. I can't figure it out. Paige shared a secret with me and with Tobo. Only us two. Us two. Just us. Then the next thing we hear is the coming out of Flava and Bum's mouth. Well, I can tell you, I'm not sharing nothing like that with Bum or with Flava. Not gonna happen.
Nope. And not that
So,
it matters, and I couldn't give a fuck
however,
less. But
however,
the point is you're supposed to have trust in people who haven't done anything to you, and you run to the person that's done the most to you. That shit, that's what mind boggles me personally.
it is mind-boggling. So, also, nobody said a word, after that. We've had too much going on anyway. But listen, I'm not going to share. Everybody knows me. I do not share messages. I don't share things, especially if we've been friends. The only way that happens is if you did it, and share it, then I have to share it too. That's the only way. So that was the first thing that she did, just for no reason. I don't understand still. So then she apparently became big buddies, which is fine. Hey, get in where you fit in. I'm going to tell y'all the story also at the end of this of why we removed, hey, Daria, Tobo. And I'm going to explain the scamming part since it's been brought up. See, I didn't bring any of this up. I want everybody to remember when this comes out of my mouth or I show screenshots, I didn't bring none of this up. Not me, not Paige, nobody over here. Brittany, Tobo. What's killing me is the fact that during those 2 streams I did, saying this and that and this and that, you showed not any proof of anything. When you spoke about you spoke about the money, the figure 11K, you showed no proof of that. Nobody over here has been anywhere saying anything about 11K. I don't even know where that number could come from. It's a made up number. I saw no screenshots, not one of any of this. I also saw no screenshots and no proof. I'm trying to think of something else. Oh, of people running around saying Tobo's trash files. I never saw any screenshots of that either. Me either, what the actual. We tried to find the 11K. The only thing we could find with 11K in it was Poppy, Gossip Girl's community post. There's no 11K number. So I would love to see this proof.
Yeah, where the hell did that number get even remotely come from is beyond me.
Right. None of the numbers that we have or we've used have anything to do with that. 11.
The only thing I could think of is like maybe 1100, but 11,000, I
Yeah,
couldn't imagine.
It doesn't make sense. And no, because the number's way over 1100. So that makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't even know. People like
But
running with shit. Run.
we figure skating coach. Okay, so yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. I have a theory. I think that they needed some drama, and I don't know if it was Tobo to stir the pot, or because she's feeling guilty. Maybe I don't know. Either way, we're gonna tell it like it is. Okay. I know, Daria. It's insane. All right. So, first thing happened was Tobo apparently reached out to IDL. So let's shut that down really quickly. Let me get my screenshot.
While you're out here threatening IDL, we are laughing our asses off. Let's be clear on that. Because to think somebody that has been friends with Jenny for a very long fucking time is gonna just jump for you, that's fucking hysterical.
That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Like the whole time y'all were messaging, she was showing screenshots of y'all's conversation. Like we knew what was happening the entire time. I mean, I missed some of it in and out, because it was ongoing. However,
Yeah.
we are transparent as glass over here. Thank you very much. Especially with one another. So you can read that at your leisure. Just screenshot it, throw it somewhere where you'll have it later.
That, and that's just to give a little context for those that can't read it right now, is IDL reaching out to me. She had already talked to Jenny at this point and just wanted to just give me the heads up as well that it wasn't anything shady. She wanted to see what in the hell good old fucking if Brittany bitch was trying to get a hold of her for.
Right.
They wanted that leg up. Why they thought IDL would be a weak link is beyond me. But that's just like you're a laughing joke right now, threatening IDL. You have so long to come clean. Don't threaten us.
Which is crazy. Why would anybody give y'all any attention like that? That's stupid. That was
We didn't
stupid.
even want to do this, but we're not gonna let you make it out like we did all this shit, and
No,
your hands were clean as a motherfucker. No, not gonna happen. Sorry for ya.
not happening. So then, trying to think what the other stuff was that she said. And in the screenshot where you thought you got her by saying you weren't gonna say it, but since IDL ticked you off, you wanted to let me know that she was biding her time and collecting. She didn't say anything about screenshots. She said taking notes. But you added that straight onto it that she was taking screenshots. You know, that was just silly, man. Just silly. Hey, Anissa, it's good to see you, lady. I mean, completely ignorant. But you sounded so confident when you were saying it. I mean, if that makes you feel any better. I don't understand. I really don't. And I'm not trying to fight with nobody. I don't feel good. I'm trying to get better. This is just annoying. But I am not anything that y'all say I am. So, okay. So, I think that was all the main points. I might think of one later, but we need to move on to the long story. So,
There's a couple long stories that go along all the way, but there's a
yeah,
lot of shit, y'all. Like, y'all
yeah,
think that, I mean, hell, we don't even
it
have
was
it all
three.
together at this point. Like,
No, we don't. It was 3, 4 years. Like I don't remember. I've never got into Otobo actually. So, and she was always over here as far as I remember. You know. So it's a lot of stuff, and I don't feel like bringing it and showing everything. However, I think just touching on the high points, and showing. Okay, so what Tobo says, which I can't play because I'll get struck, so it's gonna be a pain. Um, what she's saying is that we all just sat by and let everyone believe that she was the only one that ran Trash Files. Trash Files, the channel that over here on this side, everybody, you know, was glad that showed up because the ultimate Kevin, Tuck, was doxing all of our family members, everything in our lives, around our lives, anything and everything. So, here's the truth about it. The truth that Tobo tried to flip around. She tried to say that what the actual was responsible for creating that account. Actually, that's not the right way to say it. She said it that way on purpose, though. Unfortunately, I never thought I'd see her do that, but she did. She said that what the actual created it, no. What the actual gave her a phone number because she has created so many YouTube channels. Take that in, okay? As fun as it is. Think on that. She has created so many YouTube channels that she can no longer. She has to have a number. She doesn't have one. So what the actual gave her a phone number to use. She's the one put it in and created that channel. Period. The reason she did it was really and truly, in her mind, she was trying to defend us. She thought that a lot of people did that Ultimate Kevin was so grimy and dirty that it wasn't justice, what we were doing. Hey, traitors.
It was more like like maybe if it starts getting done to this is like I think the way that she rationalized it. Well, and I'm sure there's a screenshot somewhere of this rationalization was, well, they're doing it to us, and this is right after the Tuck account, if I'm not mistaken, posted Texas, who they said was Texas girls nephew or grandbaby or some, the baby post.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
really got everybody going.
Yeah, it is.
Now, granted, a lot of the fucking very people that ended up being docs, I mean, I guess you could say partially docs. One of them wasn't even the real fucking person, and that's a whole different story, but they like they didn't it wasn't for any reason except those were the main ones that were always in Bombshell's chat that she knew who they were. And so she felt like it was a justification for, not, I guess, justification. Like, if it happens to you, maybe it'll stop happening to us, type of thing. I mean, maybe they'll be able to see, like, this is fucking wrong. That's, if I'm not mistaken, I believe how this all came to be, right? Now, when she created that channel, and I mean, like Jenny said, when you have so many fucking alts that um you can't even make a channel with your phone number anymore, that's crazy. And when you have multiple Google numbers that you've also made channels with, that's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Carol. So, um, the target was always Tuck. It was Tuck. Like, that's who.
That was the mission, was figure out who Tuck is and get it to stop, because none of our families, none of our anything had, and there's my car dinging because I had to go get cigarettes in case anybody's wondering. um but none of us, our families or our acquaintances or our children or our grandchildren, none of it had anything to do with us coming at Karen. Come at us, do say what you want about us, right? But don't go after people's families and kids. And that's what Tuck spent their entire fucking existence since what, February 2nd of 2023
And
doing.
see, looking back, like, every time you look back at stuff, you learn more, right? So, that's what I'm thinking. Like, looking at the names and stuff that she had, I believe what actually happened is a lot of those doxes, unfortunately, were put out from Flava and Amber and that whole thing.
But she had a lot of those doxes prior to those guys doxing those people. She knew who they were because when I left Bomb, she sent those doxes to me.
Ah, okay.
So she knew who, anybody that came in contact with her, if she figured out who it was because she went through scrolling through Bomb's Instagram and TikTok followers to see who followed Karen on their real account.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then that's what it is. And look, a lot of things, I don't know. Like, I remember so much of, she said this. She made sure everybody had their hands in blah, blah, blah. So what she would do is ask for somebody when she was working on something. The information always came from her, okay? Always. She found it. Nobody else did, so I don't want to hear none of that crap. Also, she would ask people to check her spelling. She would ask for artwork, to get Poppy in on it. Like, she was obviously, listen, I hate to even say these words, but somebody, the demon, did say this would happen, right? However, it still doesn't change that it was like a project that Tobo just could not stop it. You know what I mean? If you notice, she's always on a channel. She's always done this. So either way, I don't know. I don't really know. I'm trying to think. Okay, so the only person that can answer most of that would be her, really. I mean, to be honest, she did see, like, I like to think that she did it in order to help. And really, the community did need a sort of hero type thing, you know what I mean? Because it was bad. It was a very bad time. Like, Tuck did all the nastiest stuff. It was really gross. Like, our whole lives were on that stupid channel. Everything, you know? Why can't you, like, this is what drives me nuts. Why don't you have the balls to come in here under your own account and say that? I wouldn't get mad. You can have your opinion. It's your opinion. That's all it is.
I mean, was it wrong? Yeah, but when you see things happening to close people, you tend
Yeah,
to
I
want to
agree.
defend them. So
It was,
anybody, I mean, I don't know. Tobo has complete control. We have no passwords, no
however,
nothing. We don't even know the email to it.
that's true. However, I get it. Like, I also know we did proofread stuff. We did do things. So I'm not laying all the blame on anybody. It's just that it is not what it's been made out to be at all. It's crazy. But obviously, that was the purpose, you know?
I don't think we're negating anything that you guys are saying either. So it was wrong. The sub shouldn't have been targeted because of Karen and Tuck.
Wait a minute, Chewy, do you mean targeting people by calling them different, you know, like, going in chats and saying that they're Brita, going in chats and saying how they're this person, that person, because that's as much as targeting as this was too. It does the same thing. It has the same outcome, Chewy. Sorry, but it does. You're no better. Stop. That's the problem around here. Nobody can just admit that it was a war and nasty things happened and go on. They always have to have dirt on somebody. Nobody's hands are clean. Not one person's. Sorry, they're just not. I'll be okay, Kelly. I'll be okay. My Cadillac, I'd like to say no. I mean, none of it was right, regardless. I don't even understand. Like, looking back,
That should have been removed when I told her that
yeah, that's a good
there was
yes.
children.
That, I don't hide anything. Like, not a thing. This had nothing really, it was in my Discord. However, sorry, if y'all could realize how a Discord works, it is what people use to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Organized. That's why creators use it. It is organization. That could have been anywhere. It still would have happened. I mean, they had them in their own, you know, devices, messages, whatever you want to talk about. You know? Okay. Ladybug, I've never said my hands were clean. I've always said, my whole time on YouTube, I've said, I go both ways. I'm part of two communities. I could either eye for an eye, or I try my best to always cover anybody's private information. I try very hard not to show anything private like that. And I would like for somebody to show me in those videos where somebody was doxxed, because I'm pretty certain they weren't.
And to be fair, in the video I made, it was about telling stories and fairy tales. Nothing to do with doxing anybody. Just saying. And she asked me to do that because she didn't know what to put out and needed help.
What are you talking about? You ridiculous ladybug. Just shut up. Let's see. Trying to read him comments. I agree, Mo. It should have definitely been removed a while ago. Okay, let's see. No worries. What do you mean? No, I don't. Oh my lord. My feelings are not hurt at all. Not even in the slightest. I'm just responding, you douchebag. Man, I wish my voice would work. I'd really say something. Okay. I know, I'm scrolling through chat. Okay. So, here's why I'm very confused, okay? Back, I don't even know what month it was, to be fair. If y'all remember, back when I was in the hospital, right? Here, let me wait before I tell this story. Yes, and I'm glad that they're starting to do that, Black Cadillac. I agree. Okay. If anybody wants to ask anything, say anything before I move on to the scamming part of the story. Let me get my link real quick. There you go.
Tobo's
I don't.
personality is very strong, which is why a lot of people weren't keen on her. Um, Personally, that's just what people have said to me, but she hurt a lot of people prior when she left Bomb. She was threatening people like Tupac and all the same mods that she already doxed. That's what fucks me up. Now that I'm thinking about it, like it's all the same people that she was trying to threaten to dox way back when she left Bomb.
Um, sugary cereal.
Black Cadillac, I absolutely agree. This wasn't okay, especially targeting subs
Agree.
for the reason of who they support. I mean, looking back, I mean, I don't personally recall when she had done any like put you in a video. I'm gonna have to go back and look because I don't recall that. I remember a certain few, but either way, I mean, it's wrong overall. The subs should have been left alone, subs and mods, no matter what.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Okay. So, if nobody's going to come up once they add anything, I'm going to move on because I really don't feel well and I don't want to be here all night. But I want to be here to answer questions. You know, like I'm making myself available for questions.
And I also want to say the same people that were doxing, yeah, they were replaying the second Trash Files put a video out, that information. So just saying, let's not make yourself like you're high and mighty.
No, everybody was, yes, I agree that both were horrible, but Trash Files didn't really do what Doug did. You know, either way, it's gross and it should never happen again. and I'll never ever be cool with it again. But it's just that's what happens, unfortunately, when they start fight. When it's real nasty happenings. So it's wrong on all accounts. You know. Oh, did they? Yeah. See, trash files. That's the part that's bad about it, because the parts we did in trash files had nothing to do with the collecting and all that kind of crap. Like, I don't think I saw one video before. Maybe I did. Maybe I did before it was put out. You know, there was not. You know what I mean?
She also used the saw shit for a reason. I'm just saying, so that everybody pointed it at me and not her.
Yes. Yeah. True. 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 True.
No
True.
offense, I like to think that I'm at least literate.
Yeah. It's all gross. It's not fun, and maybe I should have paid a little bit more attention. I don't think I don't think anybody's telling you to get over anything. I just think that I'm in this part of the stream over with. That way I can move to the scamming part. That's what I was talking about. Hopefully that didn't get confused. I'm in. Listen.
Gemini Mama, no, not in the sense that she tried to make it out to be.
No, no, they are not. Not even slightly. I agree, Black Cadillac. I agree 100%. Yes, they can. I wasn't, Basti, I wasn't saying you should get over anything. I promise you, that's not what I was saying.
I don't think anybody has to get over anything at all, like ever, overall. But I think we're allowed to have a conversation, and I don't understand why this all of a sudden got thrown up,
You're,
that trash
you're
files
fine,
and
Basti.
Tobo and all of that.
You're fine, Basti. No problem, honey. Okay. Sorry, and it's hard when it's like the chat's going, we're trying to keep up. And I don't know who this is back here. I don't think it's a good thing to let anybody up that I don't know. So, sorry. Sorry, you'll have to write the chat. Hang on, let me see. Let's see here. Let me get my background. Lord have mercy. Alright, what's up?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
it's going.
Good, good. How's what you guys talking about tonight?
Oh, we're on a certain subject. Do I know you from? Are you new? What's up?
I'm newish. I'm pretty sure I've been here before, but I think I'm still kind of new.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe you can catch us on like a Wednesday or
Well,
something.
what were you guys talking about tonight?
We're talking about some history on somebody.
Oh, who's that?
Somebody named Tobo. I'm pretty sure you don't know them.
They sound familiar. Are they Jewish?
You sound like you sell auto insurance.
Auto
Hello.
insurance. Are
That's
you a
it.
Jew?
Oh Lord. Okay.
Are
Have a
Maybe
you?
good night. Thank
this
you.
is on
Fuck
Sunday.
you, man. All right. I thought it was trigger warning.
Oh, it was a troll.
I love a good
I
troll,
got you.
but not tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, not tonight. Not tonight, guy. We'll play with you later. Okay. All right.
So Harry Balls, whatever the fuck said something about they want to know who all was involved. Well, the only person that had the login to physically post the content was one person. So, I mean, was it what how do you blame a group of people for content that one person put out and posted? That's all I got to ask. I mean, I could be mistaken. I mean, did we all proofread for her and help her in certain ways? Yeah, I mean, I made the fairy tale video with the quote unquote childish graphics. I don't know how you make a fairy tale
Yeah.
video but not be
Some of
childish, but
those names, actually, you know what? Thank you for reminding me, Black Cadillac. Some of those names that aren't here are people that we have removed from our group, removed from us. So, they're not here. Thank you for reminding me of that. I forgot about that. So, okay. All right. So let me move to the next. Harry Balls, why don't you just come in your account?
seriously, like, let's not
Good
fucking
girl.
pussyfoot around it.
Stop. Now you're playing semantics. That's your whole thing, is playing freaking semantics. Like saying that what the actual made the channel, when she didn't. She gave you a phone number to make the channel. Because yours, like, hey, what about this one? Let me get it pulled up. Hold up. Look here. Y'all remember this channel? Remember that channel? Let me just pull it up from my chat real quick. Can't. Hang on. I'll make my point.
What do you mean there are three that I didn't? I'm confused.
Remember this channel, y'all? This channel right here. May you have the day you deserve. That's Chopo's channel too. She's got several, y'all. Several channels. She's
And
probably
every time I got blamed for a fucking alt, it was always Tobo. Get that, Karen? It wasn't me. There was literally, I finally made one wild and out after I got accused of being all of the other ones. I think four of which were Tobo. So fuck you.
no. We do not collect info on people. I would like that proven. No. That would
Tobo
go.
collected all of this
Yeah,
info. When I left
that would
Karen,
be
she
Tobo.
gave me multiple doxes for no reason. Just because I left Karen, just in case I quote unquote needed it.
Thank
Now
you.
I haven't doxed fucking a single person,
Thank you,
and I
Joe.
won't.
Right, I'm not thin skinned, not even a little bit. And you're not offending me. Okay? I can take all your comments. I just am explaining because there are people I care about. That's The only reason. What screenshot? Which one? You're gonna have to be more specific. Uber, I've got so many. Freaking nudity. Okay, let's see here. I think something hasn't been explained to you very well. But I will message me Black Cadillac and I'll help explain it. Y'all are thinking she's saying the P word and she's saying or the look up stuff. What? Alright, let me see what y'all are showing me. Oh my lord. Uber, can you just send it to me? What you want me to show? Okay, I got it. Oh, I can't show that. No, I have to redact it before I show you that. Listen, Tobo had her own Discord where she had everything and kept everything, okay? So, no, I got you now, Black Cadillac. I got you now, girl. That was where it was getting confused. Okay, hang on, I gotta edit this real quick. And then I'm gonna get to the scamming, which is like, this is what's crazy about it too, is that I don't know why, but I think yeah, I'm not live or anything. Anyway, jeepers. Okay, so Paige, are you there? Lord have
Yeah, I just had to dry my hands off. Sorry.
you're fine. You're fine. I'm trying to.
I don't really know all the scamming stuff. That's the problem. I just know that the gist of it because I wasn't around at that point.
Yeah, true. Okay, and see what's hilarious is that I also was not around because I was in the hospital.
And I thought everybody was just being mean to her to be mean, not because they knew shit that we didn't.
Right. You know, so I'm gonna redact like everybody's name. That way. Here, I'm going to show this. Just to get it over with. Make sure it did. Make sure that it took. Alright, let me show this. I just covered it up with this. And I don't know who pays for what, but Tobo, obviously, we have learned now that she has some sort of a, it's like a been verified or whatever.
Intellus.
Oh, I love you, Yams. So that's what she uses. Those came from her. Thank you, Smokey. Those came from her. She looked people up. Not a one per. Okay, so the person that they're talking about, Nevaeh and Suzanne, thought this Brita person was toys. I don't know how or when or where or why. All I know is they thought that person was Tug. So it wasn't to attack toys, I don't believe. I believe that they were trying to prove that toys was Tug. That's what they thought. So that's how, I don't know how it got connected. None of that stuff. I really don't know. I mean, the dogs. That is not a dox, Chewy. Do you know what a dox is? Do you have a clue what a dox is? Everybody's running around here saying, this person got dogs, that person got dogs. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Because somebody knows your state and city, that is not a dox. A dox is a private document that is made public. This is not private. This is not a dox, Julie. For crying out loud, a dox that was on our other Mo account. Oh my god. So funny. You were so funny. Let me add you. So you don't get here. Listen. Also, somebody having their first name put out is not a dox. That's not a dox either. Look up what a dox is. People sharing information privately is not a dox. That's not a dox either. At all. A dox is someone sharing private information publicly. This isn't private. Y'all are all on YouTube. You're on social media. I have everybody's names covered. Anne Marie, not, but I have the rest of her name, and her name on YouTube was Anne Marie, so I have everything covered up that would dox them. Wake up, Chewy. You're gonna have to get better at this, man. It is necessary. She's saying that we look people up. It's very necessary. Very, very necessary. She's saying that we looked these people up. No, we didn't. None of my people looked those people up. She looked these people up. And just because you have somebody sending it to you, and because you asked for it, that does not count. Sorry, it just doesn't. Okay. Yes, it is. It would be in the chat. At some point, they've said it. Oh, I bet it is beautiful. I've always heard it was beautiful. Okay. Now, that part, can we put it to rest? Any other questions about it? Anything that I need to explain, answer? I Discord. I don't people behind the scenes. Yes, I do. I would never. Thank you, Yitzy. I would never, ever, ever show anything private. Nothing like that. I never share anybody's information. There are people that have turned on me and made channels to hate me that I still have their information and I would not do anything with it ever. I got enough honey to do the stream, I think. So it's helping. Okay, so let's move. Hey. Let's move to the scamming part. Okay. So when I was in the hospital, apparently my private it's basically my mod Discord. Okay. It's my team that have been with me for at least 4 or 5 years. Okay. We've all been as a group. They've helped me do my streams, do whatever. They are the best team ever, in my opinion. So, at this point, Paige and Jobo, well, they came in and joined our Discord. They had been with us, I don't know how long. You know how long, Paige? At least you, a couple of years. So, when I took Paige and Jobo and joined them with, my regular mods and team, they weren't very happy. Some of the girls that we called the Mean Girls group, we had one over here too. So, so the Mean Girls group that were in there was like Poppy, Brenda, AFAM, somebody else. They did not like Paige or Tobo, but they really didn't like Tobo. So, obviously, now, because of history, we can see that Poppy decided when I removed her, she decided to become an account against me and start posting screenshots from her Discord and give away screenshots to Karen. I will never give Karen, and I hate even having to show that screenshot because it's giving Karen crap, or giving Amber, or giving all these people that are demons something. I like to not have to do that. Tobo, you put me in the situation to have to show it. So, okay, so, um, anyways, you put me in this position because you started running your mouth about this and this and that when I didn't see anything. Not one single screenshot. So, yeah, y'all hit the thumbs up at least. Thank you, Pugs. I appreciate you. Grab a hot toddy, get your voice back, and feel better. Thank you. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so we're just gonna move on. Hey, Jessica, she's got life to attend to. Alright, so when I was in the hospital, I came back. Honey organic road spray. Thank you, Mountain Mama. Thank you, thank you. I will order some. Okay, so when I was in the hospital, what happened is Tobo got mad at the Mean Girls, and the Mean Girls got mad at Tobo. So some kind of altercation happened. I don't know. I wasn't there. So when I got out of the hospital, they did not worry me with crap while I was in the hospital. They took care of everything that needed to be taken care of while I wasn't there. Like good friends do, right? They didn't worry me with stupidity. However, when I got out of the hospital, they brought me into a private voice chat and added everybody, from our group to the voice chat. I was asked to have a private meeting from somebody. This is where it gets sketchy because that person has asked me over the years when this is brought up not to say their name. I'm now gonna have to. So that's on you too, Tobo. So, okay. So what happened is, I believe when all this, when our discords divided and started to divide between me and Flavor, Tobo ended up over there, and she ended up with Faith. Faith is also over there. So, we're going to keep that in mind. We're going to go back to that. So, back when I got home from the hospital, they all took me in a group meeting in a voice chat. And several people, Faith, Purple, wanted to speak to me about Tobo and how they had found out that she had taken several thousand dollars from each of them for a lot of the same reasons. A lot of the same reasons. A lot of the same reasons. So, say, a lot of the things were, she would say that her kids didn't have anything to eat, so they would send her groceries. Then she would say, and I remember this, I remember her saying to me in my voice chat once, the kids are just going to have to get over Christmas. I thought she was just being a, parent and being like, I told them it's just not going to be much of a Christmas. But I didn't think about it. She actually went to these people that were her friends and told them that. One of them bought the kids the entire Christmas because of it. She said the same things to two people, sometimes three, and was getting all kinds of money from both of them. Now, Rayanne being one of them, that most definitely gave her money to move twice at least. Purple Passion also gave her money to move because she kept saying she needed, she couldn't, if she wasn't where she could take care of her kids, then she would have to move and they might lose custody. Therefore, the reason I didn't come out and say anything, what happened, Tobo, just so you know, they asked me to wait and not share it. And I said, that's fine. I need some proof of all these statements anyways, right? So, I was just out of the hospital when that happened. And I wasn't really thinking straight. Because I wouldn't have told Flava if I hadn't thought about it. Because Flava can't keep anything quiet. That's just not in her nature. But, oh my gosh, that's right, it is. Lord have mercy. So, anyways, I told Flava because I knew I was not going to be going live for a little bit. And I was like, thinking how they might end up in her chat arguing, and she needed to know what was up. So if she could kind of keep it at bay and not cause a whole connection. I was actually looking out, I thought. However, Flava did not. She was mad as hell, I guess, and immediately told Amber. She immediately told Amber. I can't believe it. So they're sitting there saying, who was scamming and blah, 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 and our community should know. It was an isolated event, though. It wasn't the community. You know what I mean? Oh, shut up. Anyways, so it ended up, they didn't want it to be put on YouTube. However, now I have no choice. Now there's no choice. Yes, I believe that too, Michelle. I believe she was little shoved. But there's no proof of it. Like, that's what Brigitte said, that she was definitely little shoved. but there's just no proof of it, you know? No hard proof, you know? So, anyways, saved under. Yeah, she's tons of accounts. Like, oh, did you get blamed for little something? Oh, okay. Well, that's most definitely her. And she did Purple Passion, she did Faith, and she did Rayanne. Really dirty. She was getting a lot of money from each of them. And they didn't know it because they had quit talking to each other. They weren't friends for a little while. And so she was able to get by with it. But then they started comparing their notes. And that's when I was reached out to tell me the story. I listened to the story. They showed me receipts. Tobo was actively deleting receipts between her and Purple Passion. But I've got some numbers. Save him my phone. Please never call me. And it showed up on my call ID. Still showed it. Oh, I got you. Got you. Okay. Well, she talked her way out of that one. And listen, she says she slid in with Flava now. So I'm sure the length of time she's been there, she's got some kind of crap, you know. But I'm telling you, the girls from my mob squad and my team are good people. They did not do anything to try to hurt people. They really thought they were helping, you know, because they're watching their friends get hurt left and right, you know, and they thought they were trying to do good, you know, trying to fight back, but there's no good way to fight back when it's subs really shouldn't be in the thick of any of it, you know. Honestly, it should stay targeted on like us. The creators should stay the target, the streamer. I'm not really a creator. I create maybe twice a year, you know. The rest of the time, I respond or we hang out, you know. However, still, it's gross. It's all gross. But she most definitely. So here's what I think happened. They were all in a Discord prior to moving to the voice chat with me. I think IDL threw out one of her troll paragraphs, you know, saying that she did this, looked this and that up to see if there was a mole in there. And I think what happened is Faith maybe took it to Rayanne. And, you know, they believed that part of it, which was not good, but nobody learned about that part of it being thrown in until, you know, Faith and Tobo ended up in the same Discord with Flava. That's what I think happened. And then Faith probably got out that stuff and shared it with Tobo. And then, you know, then when I talked to Rayanne, I didn't realize all the stuff she was saying came from possibly that. So because I really wasn't around. I was in the hospital. So I didn't know until, like, all the pieces have slowly been being put together while this is happening, you know? So, there was no number in any of that stuff that said 11K. There still isn't. Stop deflecting and trying to make it about some bullcrap. You definitely, and Tomo, remember you asked me that you still haven't got your rich. Remember I offered you to come up and tell your story and tell your side of things? And you said you would sometime? And you asked me, you said, no, you still didn't give me my rich back. And I said, I'm not gonna. I need to speak with you about something first and ask you some things. And you dropped it, never said another word about it. Therefore, I can be associated with people that have done this sort of thing. It is what I fight against over and over and over. Michelle, shut up. Don't irritate the chat. Like, this is exactly what I try to warn people about. Over and over and over. I will, Kelly. I'm almost done. However, it was contained in a tiny, small group. So, that's the only difference. And they did not want me to bring it to YouTube. I went by what they wanted. And I was waiting for more screenshots, you know. However, okay. So let me look. And foods was a very big part of looking into stuff with Tomo. Trying to see if there's anything. Listen, after this, if there's anything that I need to put out, I'll do it in a video with screenshots. I'm hoping I won't have to dig out even more screenshots, you know? I mean, everybody is an adult, dude. Okay, I see. Let me grab these real quick. These are from that Discord in that conversation. So that'll help. Come on, please. Don't be the day that you're going to be a jerk and not freaking sink. Please sink. Sink. Please sink. Okay, it did. Okay. This Purple Passion from my Tobo need more media time to upload her trash files video. I gave her a total of almost $2,000. And Rayanne sent her 4K, and 1,400 of it was for a deposit on an apartment. You're so very welcome, Milk Mama. Okay, so there's that. Okay, y'all. And with that, I think that's the only ones I want to show right now. Hopefully, this will be over with. If anybody's got any questions, you can always email me. You can message me on Discord. I will eventually get to you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go. Thank y'all for coming. I will see you Sunday, I'm sure. Much love, everybody. Have a good night.